well how much this means to them and the significance of this victory.
Oh, massive football result. You know, this is Chelsea's biggest game of the season. Go to Tottenham and win, go second in the league, 4 points behind Liverpool. Got a big squad. They're in the title race. There are people who might not go on and win it, but they're in it at the moment, and they're Liverpool's biggest threats as we talk today. Because, as I said, they haven't got European football. They've got another team for that.
Now, from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Jayden, thanks for joining us tonight. Well done this evening. I mean, what a comeback win in the end.
First of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, what can I say? It was a great win, a great comeback, and we're just delighted with the 3 points.
2-0 down after 11 minutes. What are you thinking?
To be fair, I have a lot of trust in this squad, so I wasn't too fazed. And once we got the first goal back, I knew it would come back and get a result.
Can you talk us through your goal, if you don't mind?
Well, yeah, it was a 1v1, and I saw the opportunity to cut inside, and then I just thought, why not shoot? In training recently, I've been working on my shooting, so I'm just delighted that I came off today.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those with very little backlift. Is that a technique you're trying to master?
Yeah, definitely. Just in training, I've just been working on hitting the far corner, so I'm very delighted.
Jayden, Ian Wright. Jayden, I just want to say to you, what has the manager said to you coming here on loan and playing? You're getting yourself playing. You seem to be back to the Jadon Sancho we know. You know, the touches were great. You know, nutmegging people, doing your stuff, scoring goals. What's the manager say to you?
From the very first day, they've made me feel welcome, and you know I have a lot of people to prove wrong, and I'm just day by day I'm working hard every day in training, and you know once I get my opportunity I just try to show what I can do. So today, you know, I'm happy that I scored and got the 3 points for the team.
Nice.
Actually, it's the first time you've scored in successive Premier League games. I mean, do you think we're starting to see the best of Jadon Sancho now?
Again, I'm just taking it game by game. Hopefully I can continue this form. And but yeah, again, I've got to say thank you to the whole Chelsea team and the staff for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to play.
Nice.
As an attacking force, I mean, Chelsea are going to need some stopping. You've got some real momentum, some real talent in there, not least Cole Palmer. Talk to us about the way he took that second penalty.
Well, yeah, he always does these type of things in training, so I'm kind of not surprised that how he took this second goal of his.
You can't help it.
Right, welcome, good morning, the first edition of this weekly Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Like we've always done out here, we bring you the consistent analysis of us and Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, I'm on subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to the channel, like turn on notification, and make sure the notification turn and nobody choose you all. Send it anytime their content drop you and you are first to have it. Of course, yesterday somebody calls me Mr. It is very imperative. Of course, it's very, very imperative. Pass it choose all. Send any time I content drop you and you are first to have it. Otherwise, on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, there is a lot to talk about, a lot to look into. Otherwise, on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Now, it started in free info now. And now, Chelsea really obvious you know, makes the conversation of the English Premier League very interesting. I didn't think I make us say, Oshe game name Chelsea boy now. Even before we get to the conversation of the English Premier League, a huge game with respect to psychological bit of the game. So now Asemba in fact in the last 1 week, 2 weeks is that the first thing is that Chelsea need to show themselves, they need to show their character, they need to grow. And you know, in things like that, the psychological boost it gives you is enormous. You need to go through them so that you can get the psychological aid and psychological boost that is important for you to get. Now, like I did say, in games against Man United, in games against Arsenal, games against Liverpool, Manchester City, all of these games, Chelsea essentially will play well, but not get the win. They will go down by a goal, get the equalizer, not particularly gets the win. So really, a test of Chelsea's character was to be that, okay, when Chelsea go down by a goal, how would they react? When they go down by 2 goals, how would they react? When they go down by 3 goals, how do they climb up and gets the results that he wants to get. And then was a huge test for them. Yes, in a grand scheme of things, you are talking about a certain Tottenham Hotspur team that is inconsistent, that don't really get results like that. But how are they going to get the results when Tottenham Hotspur scored 2-0 in the first half? And then you need to react. You need to get the equalizer. You need to pull one back, get the equalizer, score one, score two, and then stay in the game and make sure you go away with a win. It was huge, especially also because it is Tottenham Hotspur, a local derby, and usually in local derbies like this, you want to do more than just even getting the 3 points. You want to put up a statement, and that's exactly what Chelsea did. And Utie Enzo Maresca, or see, after the game, he had not celebrated like this before. On celebrating, did he say that? I mean, after game, who will Rico, you know. But for the very first time, he celebrated a game like that for one reason. For the reason that for him, Enzo Maresca, it's a huge feeling. The fact that his team can put up this performance in terms of their reaction. I mean, how they were feeling, and then their reaction in terms of how well they did. Like, he had never seen something like that before, and was excited. In fact, now, when you look through all of social media, former Chelsea players, current Chelsea players on reaction, and I'm putting a lot of those videos there for you. John Terry, on in the family as celebrity, my brand here friend Wesley Fofana, or one if you're also celebrity, and you can just tell. So almost everybody are very excited. I mean, in terms of the kind of football, Chelsea ball, on the ball, off the ball, and how well they are playing, just to make sure that they stay in games. And then now, after the game, I watched and listened to the Jadon Sancho interview to the Premier League team, the Premier League broadcasting team, and I was so impressed, honestly speaking. Now, this is what Jadon Sancho, a Statistical, and Ian Wright was there, Newcastle for centre back was there. They asked him specific questions. And first one, Ian Wright was asked, "Ebane Senna or no Jadon Sancho? All free Man United Abano. Now, Nkofo say, oh, I mean, the football and Chedan Kwesa. How did he just enter the Chelsea team? What did Chelsea do for him to be playing like this?" And this is what Jadon Sancho said. He said, "From day one, they made me feel welcome here. I know that I have a lot of people to prove wrong. I've been working very hard in training. I've got to say thank you to the staff and to the team for believing in me and giving me the opportunity over there." That is Jadon Sancho talking about Nia Chelsea when he just entered the room. And one of the most important things is that he goes on to add, say, no as a player, Jadon Sancho, when he say he has a lot of people to prove wrong. Like Onim. I mean, he has it at the back of his head. Say he has to prove a lot of people wrong. And according to Super Sports TV, they put that out. Again, you go on and then you realize that when you go deep into the game, like I was telling you, BT Super Frank also came to give a reaction, spoke about the game, seemed to be very excited. You listen to the other interviews over there. Utie Cole Palmer, ne time of boss our penalty now. Cole Palmer say, time all boss our penalty. Or share time, or share near the 83rd minute. So according to him, around the 83rd minute, goalkeepers are jittery. They want to dive. So then he went in for the Panenka. And that's that's brilliant talk. That for you to know that at this time, goalkeepers will usually be jittery or be person of a that is the level you want to go to. And that's Cole Palmer for you. Or of course, Oko Malo Gusto. Instagram or the picture of no Malo Gusto Jesse and on the ice cubes of Google. So and watch out, it happened again. Love this squad, man. Watch out, I mean, cold ice cubes in the Egwe tree. They seem to having a very, very good time. After now, it means that Enzo Maresca is 2 points above Arsenal, 4 points ahead of Manchester City, 6 points ahead of Aston Villa, 11 points ahead of Spurs, 11 points ahead of Newcastle, 12 points ahead of Manchester United. And this is a team that last season was struggling. In fact, last season, Chelsea had, as it stands now, 12 points more Chelsea have as compared to at the same time last season. And just one person. Sometimes when we talk about the impact of Enzo Maresca on this squad, how much of an excellent manager he is, not just the coaching. Again, the fact that you realize that something is wrong in the first half, make the switches at halftime, and then it works out most important. See, the levels you go from first half, not Chelsea's best player, Air Brent F. Romeo Lavia. For you to be able to pull him off at halftime, yes, Me to say Enzo Maresca, I say, Omo Koeno, now Romeo Lavia problem, Kakra, Philly, something small. In my head, as a tactical, as somebody that believes in tactics, he didn't just pull Romeo Lavia out because Romeo Lavia felt something. He pulled Romeo Lavia out because he needed to solve a specific problem of build-up. And it wasn't as if Belashili was bad. It wasn't as if Chelsea were not good in the build-up. But it was an easy target. It was making the press easy for Tottenham Hotspur. So she do not Tottenham for sure on first goal now. Square pass from Belashili to Levi. Another square pass from Levi to Abrante friend Marco Crab, because by the time Belashili Bobo he's under pressure, he goes there. But if it's a natural right-footed player, he opens up his body to the right-hand side and then plays forward. And of course, because of Levi Cole, already he was under pressure and he was almost like the last man in the CCB. He decided to go wide to Abrante friend Marco Crab, who Crab slips, and then the goal comes in. So you can really tell. And at halftime, he knew that the first thing to solve it, and he said, Yinjai Kai said, near Bonnet right back. Near for a proper right footed centre back in Bambashon. So, Wesley Fofana, right back at that side. Now, Moise Caicedo inverted excellent, because Wesley Fofana is more secure on the ball. You can't really press him because he's also good on the ball. He can pass out from the back, he can carry the ball, he can do all of those things. But it's different when you're playing a left-footed player over there. And I think that Belashili was decent in that regard. But in the second half, the smartness to switch him, bring Malo Gusto in, and then let Malo Gusto be part of the build-up. Also technically good to be able to build up from the back, and then bring Belashili rather to at LCB, so that he's comfortable over there. Then he can push Marco Correa into the half space. That was spot on. And see, it looks as if the 3-3-4 is the most important Chelsea system as it stands now, in terms of everything like that. So Chelsea boss are 3-3-4 now. What does that? It constantly gives them one person in build-up. Now let me explain. Medical Chirimi and Chelsea, but they need to be good enough to play out from the back. The centre back, and I must the level I call him. He is encouraged to break the lines. One of the jobs that he has is to constantly to try and break lines. Like, not to particularly worry about what he has to do, carrying the ball and stuff like that. His real job is to break the lines with his passes. Even if you can break two sets of lines, if it's say 2 blocks of 4 can break here, he's very, very much encouraged. Then the other guys are much more also supposed to be passing options from out wide, and also ball carrying, very important in respect to that. Now, if somebody is inverting, he inverts next to the sitting 6 or the standing 6 or however they call it, the 2, then there's always Enzo Fernandez. Let me say, there's always one person who's a +1. At the beginning, Tottenham's press is that they want to go -1 in the first press. But once they realize that there is a trigger in somebody, will be a bit now pressing normal and aggressive, and then they come in aggressive and come man for man or man to man. Then they receive the ball in the middle. Then, of course, it's constantly how Chelsea that. So Chelsea always have to get a +1. So Chelsea, when they say constantly, someone building that area, you see Caicedo, Lavia opening up. There is always one player floating. It's usually one of the number things, one of them in the half space. So Chelsea constantly will have a bunch of friend, Enzo Fernandez, who come in float and come in combine with the play and then receive the ball from there. So almost were a part of build up or but immediately Chelsea are without the ball. He moves up into the zone again to also be another passing option over there. So it's almost 3-3-4 in build up, and he's been using some kind of a Ikai Gunuhan role time now, or Manchester City in the heydays now. That's exactly how Abrante Enzo Fernandez is probably being used at Chelsea with respect to how Enzo Maresca is used. Then you realize that in that left-hand channel with Enzo and then Abrante Jadon Sancho, I've said this several times, these are 2 players. One of them are very good with a pulsar in terms of breaking the low block, the calmness to combine play. Then Enzo Fernandez now also receive the ball easily on the move in the half space and play forward. So one axis that helps in breaking out teams a lot. And Ushe is so good at Jadon Sancho share. Yes, an excellent ball striking ability for Jadon Sancho, but the space and then the ability for Enzo Fernandez to do the underlapping around, to take away one Spurs player and make it easy for Jadon Sancho to shoot out goal was excellent. And yes, in the moment of the game, because they've done it several times in training, Tavia or Yekampa, in his mind, it's not as if he wants to do an lap run for Jadon to go and score. He thinks he's running in behind for Jadon to play him through. But then again, it is helping the team because there are a lot of movements of the ball. And essentially, movement of the ball breaks presses, breaks blocks it stretches defenses, and that's exactly what you want to do. And that's what Jadon Sancho essentially how he scored his goal on. And I think that those are some of the minor things. And for a coach like Enzo Maresca to be able to do BBC in just well over 5-6 months as Chelsea manager, it tells you that or your top brain, and he seems to be getting there. And Uti Enzo Fernandez, also the second penalty, it's cold. Talking about Cole Palmer, that was literally an excellent job. And I wrote this out. And Enzo Maresca is doing an amazing job this season. And again, like I said, the mentality is very important, especially for that game against Spurs, going down and then not panicking. Uti Levi was saying, at 2 goals down, he knew that they could win the game because they are not worried. Like he said, at 2 goals down, or beginning it now for Chelsea players now, nobody is worried, nobody is scared, nobody's panicking, everybody's just calm. Let's go again. We'll create chances, we'll get it. And the fact that consistently, so I'm gonna go back to the press, they catch on. So, oh, you will be winning this senior league, you're in the title race. The response they get to them, and now till Levi Cole, like catch your press and say, if Chelsea, before Chelsea will get to that level, they need to prevent conceding 2 goals in the first opening 15 minutes at Tottenham Hotspur. Now, any team you already league and then side, when we get there, we are working out. When we get there, we'll let them know. It's a spot-on mentality from a branch your friend Levi Cole. Over there. For players 21, 22, 23, 24 years of age, our mentality at this top is, I'm sure, there are a lot of contributing factors, but you still also have to look at the coach on the touchline and how much he wants things to get done. Now, and performance. Nicolas Jackson, and Kukuba. Then Nicolas Jackson say so emotional because he knows that Nkuku is coming to perform well. It's same for Pedro Neto. He wanted to score. He's getting off. He's not happy. Apparently, Madueke is coming. Madueke is coming to play well. He knows that if he doesn't play well over the week, there's a conference league game. There's a game over the weekend against Brentford. They are not on starting. They don't want that. These are things like very important, very, very important. And you know that in the game against Brentford, it's probably going to be a different conversation because Brentford will sit in a very compact mid and low block. Because of course, one of the best 3-back, 5-back operators, Thomas Frank. So I'm going to play against a certain Brentford side. That will make it very difficult for you. You're able to break down Aston Villa. But in Brentford, they're a different proposition. And you need your players to be performing. So the fact that you come away from Tottenham, these guys are not happy. They want to get a reaction even again. Although you've won. Top level mentality for a coach, let's say Enzo Maresca. And listen to what Cole said. Cole said a team in a title challenge doesn't go 2-0 down in 10 minutes. But we didn't panic. We knew we'd create chances. That is top level mentality from our brand here friend Levi Cole over there. I'm saying that he's top notch. And a lot of those pundits who ask a lot of unnecessary questions about the Chelsea play. Sometimes I agree because it was novel, and I said it's novel. A lot of the teams are not done before. In fact, the big teams have not done it before. To be able to even go in and compete at the earliest possible time. The real thing that people used to do is that you buy, top players who are in their peak, who are in their prime, or add experience and stuff like that. Now push them so that they get results. But a lot of people know that they are doing well. Now, Jimmy Carragher, more catchy, say Chelsea has spent 1.2 billion. It's automatic. They have to win the titles. And that's what he said. Carragher says, saying there is nothing there. Players should stop signing for Chelsea. It's a young and exciting team. It's not an underdog story. They have spent 1.2 billion according to him. On a Marco Correa after the game, they boots them and slap it twice now. Or the Kubu does and I'll say, sorry blues over there. Cole Palmer won the most duels 8, created the most chances 4, completed the most dribbles 4, was the most foul player 4. Palmer also scored 2 goals or match him. Very, very, very integral. So integral. Now there's a picture of Cole Palmer. Chelsea fans, the name will be a uniform. I will try talking about a branch friend Cole Palmer over that full time in an interview. That song he mean definitely was crying, was very, very teary and not happy at all over there. Of course, on Instagram there was Wesley Fofana who came on and then showed the support for the team. Sancho dashing it out to Spurs on the flag, or Pedro Neto missing the next game against him and friend Brentford because with a yellow card in this match, accumulated a yellow card. Cole Palmer scored the most penalties without missing the Premier League. A piece of history that's owned by a certain Yaya Toure, and Cole Palmer comes in and then breaks that record now, and then having such a huge game for himself as a Chelsea player. Everybody that watches Cole Palmer, everybody that listens to Cole Palmer, everybody that followed the job that Cole Palmer has, that will know how important he was. I remember at the time, we kept on saying the Cole Palmer guy is good and it's going to take some time. And now against him, my friend Fluminense, Thiago Silva boy, I went back and saved his beloved club. Well done, Thiago. John Mikel Obi on Jackson. Like I said about Jackson and what he did. And now Enzo Fernandez, what a player Enzo Fernandez has become. This is the real Enzo Fernandez. I mean, coming from a World Cup to a struggling Chelsea team, being patient, getting here, a lot of the fans being impatient. And I like the way of celebrating, and sometimes he tells people to keep quiet. That's the call me back later. And then, I mean, everything. You can just tell Enzo is having a very, very good time. Enzo Fernandez, in 10 starts this season, has 6 goals and assists, 3 goals and then 3 assists this season. I mean, 4 goals and 2 assists this season. More than what he achieved last season in 26 starts, 5 goals and then 3 assists over there in 5 games, 5 goals and assists, 3 goals and then 2 assists over there. So it tells you, this season, just 10 games Enzo Fernandez has started, but more goal contributions than he did last season when he started 26, the whole of last season with 26 starts on him. It tells you how much of a solid guy Abranche friend Enzo Fernandez. Now, since that game against Leicester City with international break by, when he went to go and play the international break against Paraguay and in Peru, he was excellent. Before that, he had played against Noah in the Conference League, and he came back against Leicester 9.0, played against Aston Villa 7.5, against Southampton 7.9. Tottenham Hotspur, it was another 7.9 performance from Enzo Maresca, and he went on to Instagram and got towards a London. It's blue over there. In fact, there's a video on any Chelsea players in the area, Tottenham Hotspur, shouting, said, get him. Enzo Fernandez almost in the yellow card, but my branch friend Nicolas Jackson, who pulled him down. Jimmy Carragher obviously spoke about Chelsea. And Paul Merson also spoke. Paul said the name of the game, the position is to stop Cole Palmer. Teams are trying to stop him, and they can't do it. That shows you how good he is. He is so intelligent. He always got space. Everybody needs an X factor to win the Premier League, and Chelsea will have it with a team called Cole Palmer. Chelsea have won 8 of their last 10 away matches in the English Premier League, drawing 1 and losing 1, more than their previous 31 on the road in the league before. Over there, of course, before the previous 31 games, Chelsea had won just 7, drawn 9, and lost 15. And Chelsea has won 8 of the last 10, and it tells you how consistent Enzo Maresca is. And he was asked about the team. Enzo Maresca said, for sure, 100%, we are ahead of our expectation in terms of what we have to play on the ball and off the ball, and in terms of results. We changed the game tonight, 7 players, and we'll make changes on Thursday and on Sunday because they are good and they all deserve to play. Talking about the Chelsea team and how good everybody is. Paul Merson came in and spoke about Enzo Maresca. So the celebration at the end was because I was very happy that we came back. Mentality, we showed how strong we are overall. We deserve to win the game. Spoke about Romeo Lavia over there. I said Enzo Maresca and Cole Palmer. I know Cole for a long time ago, and I always trust him in every aspect. He's a fantastic guy. He's learning how to play games when he is marked man to man. This Bissouma was with him all game. He's learning, improving, and scoring goals, and makes him very happy, of course. And that's also one thing in terms of improvement for our branch friend Cole Palmer, and something that we had seen at the beginning of the season, and it keeps on going up. And Enzo Maresca saying, Cole Palmer is learning how to play games and affects the game when he's being marked man to man, because against Manchester United, he was down man to man. Again, against Liverpool, Curtis Jones was on him man to man. How do you play the man to man? In fact, the first half was a little bit difficult. So in the second half, that's when he realized, okay, then he needs to take it easy, take the touch away, play the pass, stay away from him, pick the ball again, stuff like that. You can't hold on too much to the ball. Drop deeper to try and pull him away. Send maybe other players in the team who also thrive on the space that he creates in behind. And that is top level stuff from our branch friend Cole Palmer, and how good it's going to be over there for team my friend in Chelsea, and how good they can come over there in terms of how well the team is growing, how well the team is supposed to get better, and they are getting better, and how well everything seems to. Of course, I would see Cole Palmer again. He was asked about the title challenge. We knew with Arsenal and City drawing that we needed to win, and then we did. Of course, talking about Cole Palmer, say the Panenka penalty. When I stepped back and I looked at the clock, I thought it's a bit frantic, and the game is all over the place. And I thought the keeper was ready to dive. So let me just chip talking about the Panenka penalty and what a weekend there was for Abrantia, your friend Cole Palmer. So it means that in the English Premier League as it stands now, so right English Premier League, as it stands now, the game week 15, everything has gone on until an end, of course, and then there is Wolves versus West Ham United, but that's not what we are talking about. Look at game week 15 where we Liverpool match near postponed into more 35 points. Chelsea are 4 points away from Liverpool with 31 points. Arsenal 29 points, Man City 27 points, Nottingham Forest 25 points, and it feels so surreal. Say Chelsea on the top of the English Premier League as it stands now, in terms of what Chelsea are doing, how good they are playing, and all of those stuff. Now it feels very, very surreal. Say Chelsea for on that level, of course. In other news, Therapia Dortmund, Therapia Dortmund, talking about Barca for prepare towards Dortmund for the nose of Dortmund after this weekend. Barca drop a points now. It's not going to be easy playing against Noe in Dortmund. They've been good. Therapy for Dortmund and at the Mundo Deportivo and they are two on my paper and this morning in front of Sport as a conflict all 100%. And of course, it means that Barca for want to say they are what's Hansi Flick 100% over there. Of course, they need to make changes. They need to make sure so they impose themselves in games more. And I think that even going forward, Hansi Flick himself knows that he needs to make sure so they manage games better. I've seen it against Vigo, saw it against Sociedad, I saw it again the last time out when they went to play against Betis. Teams that press them, teams that prevent Barca from isolating their players 1v1, they are more aggressive and then impose themselves more in games now. They seem to give Barca a lot of problems, and it's going to be same against your friend FC Dortmund when they're playing the Champions League. I think that Barca need to be very, very careful and hold on to that over there. And now, Dortmund for player friend Nico Schlotterbeck. Also now comes a tough game, home game against Barcelona. The stadium will pearl, and an excellent player in there from Abrantia friend Nico Schlotterbeck ahead of that Dortmund match. There is good news for Barca. Ronald Araujo are likely to be called up for the Dortmund match without medical green lights. Of course, Frankie de Jong still felt guilty about the draw against Betis. He apologized to his teammates after the game. Nobody blamed him. He himself felt the responsibility to let his teammates know that he wasn't in the right spirit. Of course, Barca for say they are almost done with the job of getting Abrantia a friend of Jonathan Tah 2025-2026 now. Over there, they believe say they are in on him. And Abrantia friend Jonathan Tah is going to join FC Barcelona for next season over there. For all the competitions in there. Of course, if you look at conversations around teams, we'd say Real Madrid, there was a good one, same celebration. And there's a picture of Jude Bellingham or any iconic celebration on a match. Said different season, different kit, same outcome. Different season, different kit, same outcome. Luka Modric signaled Mbappe which direction to make a strike and then deliver the pass and assist to him. Mbappe these days I've told you that he likes to stay short. He likes to come short to receive the ball to feet. But in this time, you can tell clearly how the legend Luka Modric, he should run in behind in a certain way and he played the pass to him. Very, very intelligent player over there in terms of how good he is. This week, Barca Madrid a big game in the Champions League against Tima. Again, friend of Atalanta over there. Other goal is seen in the picture with the girlfriend in Spain, Cremona, over there. Of course, at Madrid Extra, it's featured how Enzo Maresca, Enya Abrantia, and Carlo Ancelotti shared. Mbappe had made an interview. That interview was serious. It was a part of the interview Mbappe said, he has not said I love you to any woman in a very long time. I will succeed at Real Madrid over there, talking about the fact that I face my little brother on the pitch, I'll destroy him. Spoke about a lot of things. Euro Stanko, spoke about DJ Deschamps. What dropping it from the last French national team and he signed him Mbappe. Euro 2021 lies from the first day to the last day. I was called a monkey. They blame me for the loss. No problem. I always put the French team on top. I did everything to represent the best I could. I broke my nose, and people tell you that I don't care about the French team. I focus on Real Madrid, but I never gave up on the French team over there. Of course, he spoke about a lot of things. He spoke about the personal life. He spoke about Neymar. He spoke about the times how Real Madrid and how things are going. I say he's not depressed. He believes that he will come back and then he will get results over there. He spoke about the fact that right now he doesn't have anybody in his love life. I see the media's comments about depression have a boomerang effect. It affects those close to you, and you start telling on you I'm not depressed talking about himself and the issues or the results that's coming over there. Looks as if Vinicius Jr. may be fit for this week games at Madrid Ebabebo over there. And now Madrid extra report said Vinicius Jr. is back for the Champions League. I mean, this weekend or Madrid team, I'm going to go Atalanta, Courtois, Lewin, Lucas Vasquez, Valero, Frank Garcia, Rudiger, Yusuf, Raul Asensio, David Jimenez, Bellingham, Valverde, Modric, Tchouameni, Adagole, Ceballos, Sherman, Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Rodrigo, Endrick, any Abentia, Efreno, Brahim Diaz also all there. And Madrid, a bit travel ahead of Tuesday game to Atlanta. I mean, out of my neck to go to Bergamo and then actually to a press conference in Romano and then the final training session against Team Efreno Bergamo over there for them to go and start their play. And it looks as if Madrid will really want to come back. They really want to start getting results in that regard. They really want to start playing well. And looks as if things are going well for Team Real Madrid. And over there, everything seems to be going on well. I have issues with Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal team and how they keep on dropping points in there. Games that they don't have to drop points. I mean, sometimes creating chances, Arsenal should be more fluid. I know that Fulham for a very stubborn side, they can hit you on the turnovers. But then going into game and being too compact really doesn't also help you over there. At this point, you just see that I might just have to start a series of my weekly praises for Enzo Maresca. Yet again, he's proven his potential to be an elite manager. I can't stress enough. That's still very early. And that's why I still think about potential, because we are still yet to see him encounter and solve other challenges in a manager's tenure. Nonetheless, what he's showing so far is encouraging and exciting. A high-level tactician who's proactive in making changes. We saw that at halftime, Gusto coming in for Lavia and subsequent shifts in personnel to bring more balance to the build-up phase. Apart from the tactical side, Maresca is improving players, improving the morale of the squad, and has brought general stability and progress. One of Clear League's best signings. In fact, I think that stands now. That's Clear League's best signing over there for Enzo Maresca as a manager. This is where we draw the curtain here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. I'll get back to you with more analysis later. Bye-bye.